Most of Leviticus contains commandments concerning sacrifice, the rituals pertaining to priests, Kohanim, and to individual sanctity. And as per the first verse of the book, all of it is taught to Moshe from inside the Ohel Moed or Mishkan, not from Mount Sinai. Then, without warning, Parashat Behar starts with the verse, "And God spoke to Moshe at Mount Sinai, saying," placing Moshe back on top of Mount Sinai at the locus of revelation found in Exodus chapters 19 to 23. Just as curious, the content of Behar, the explanation of the sabbatical and jubilee years in ancient Israel, followed by a long series of blessings and curses, seems to belong more to Deuteronomy than to either Exodus or Leviticus. Commentators tried to explain it. Ibn Ezra took the view that the Torah is not chronological. Ein mukdam u'mu'achar b'Torah. According to him, Moshe received the laws at Mount Sinai, but saved the sabbatical and jubilee year for later in order to address issues of sanctity of the land raised in Leviticus. Rashi addressed the contextual issue by asking, what does the sabbatical year have to do with God speaking with Moshe on Mount Sinai? Why are the agricultural and sabbatical and jubilee commanded here, but not in Deuteronomy? His answer, it's to clarify for us that all mitzvot were given to Moshe on Mount Sinai, not on the plains of Moab, where Moshe expounds the law to the new generation entering the land. Ramban wasn't fully satisfied with the above explanations. He attributed the lack of consistency in the text to there being two sets of laws given to Moshe before and after he destroyed the first set of tablets. The first covenant between God and the Israelites took place in chapters 19 to 31 of Exodus, the first time Moshe goes up Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights. But after the golden calf and the breaking of the tablets, Moshe ascended again for another 40 days and nights and came down with new tablets. And a second covenant, a different, similar but slightly different set of laws, a new Torah, were given. This ingenious device would explain the differences between the sabbatical in Exodus 23, for example, and in Leviticus 25. In Exodus 23, the landowner is commanded to leave the land to the poor, Evion, and the beasts of the field for the whole sabbatical year. In Leviticus 25, the fallow land is for the benefit of the owner and members of his household, and the stranger in the owner's gates, in equal measure. Both are beautiful measures, but offer very different ways for implementing the sabbatical. This device solves other textual problems in the Torah. For example, there are two similar, yet slightly different versions of the Ten Commandments themselves. In the Exodus version of the Shabbat commemorates creation, and in the version of the Ten Commandments in Deuteronomy, Shabbat commemorates the Exodus from Egypt. Through this device of two covenants at Mount Sinai, Ramban preserves what Benjamin Somer calls the stenographic model of revelation, in which Moshe received the entire Torah and then wrote it down. Modern critical scholarship is based, according to Professor Somer, on a participatory model of revelation, found in the modern theologies of Rosenzweig, Heschel, as well as some of the Hasidic masters. According to the participatory model, what we can actually know about revelation at Mount Sinai is pretty minimal. And the so-called written Torah contains a diversity of views of great teachers recorded in different periods of ancient Israel. An unnamed teacher compiled these views of revelation into one book, and rather than using the names of these sages, attributed their diverse perspectives to one great teacher, Moshe, giving Torah greater authority. The discovery by the believing Jew of a multiplicity of voices in Torah, rather than just one, endows it with an even stronger, unique theological power and ethical clarity, and at the same time provides a model for understanding all subsequent Torah scholarship, which indeed consists of discussion and dispute across generations. If we can accept this as Torat Emet, can we teach our children to live with the lack of unity concerning the source? It's a question worthy of serious reflection in our generation. Shavua Tov from Schechter.